chart, so we see everything clear. So yeah guys, you can see the market has been like selling since this top, so we're gonna just put our highest high, which is this one, and this is our lowest low, and we're gonna just like put our zones, guys. This is what you should be doing. You should be just adjusting our zones from the highest time frame. So this is our zones, and also this one too. I think we are done from won't put most of them, but I think we are done from a weekly time frame. So let me just try and make our channel and try like see if are we at our ascending channel. Are we respecting it or yes? So guys, this is what is happening. So it looks like we are at our ascending channel or our upward trend. So it looks like the market now has a double top. So I'm looking forward for more probabilities for sales, guys. I don't want to lie. So I'm looking forward. So next week we'll be selling, but I think next week is gonna be NFP week, so you should be careful because there will be a lot of stop loss hands and manipulations. So you have to enter smart, But from a weekly time frame, I'm already seeing the market from there dropping up until this point. I'm already seeing the market like, because at this point it's forming a double top. I can see the market dropping maybe up until we can actually start shooting back to the top. But let's first analyze and actually see what could we trade like currently, because me, I trade the current market, so I'm not a swing trader, I'm a scalper, so yeah man, let's push to daily time frame and actually see what we can actually see on a daily time frame. So this guy's the daily time frame, as we can actually see. So this is what has been happening, and let me just adjust this. So let's spot our new zones where the market could actually reverse. So how do you spot a sensitive area or where you should put your zone? It's when the market has, it's where the market has most rejections. As you can actually see here, the market rejected, pushed back down, and also here the market pushed back down, but there isn't much that we can cater from now. So what I can actually do is just as push to 4 hour time frame. Yeah, man, looking at an 4 hour time frame, I can actually see here that we are having a little bit of a resistance, here, because the market here touched and it dropped. So I'm gonna put our other zone here, because this is another sensitive area where the market does respect. It's an area that the market does respect. So let's first take how did we catch the sell. Like I entered the sell there, and if you are still holding out looking at, but I entered it there, then we capitalized, we hit our first take profit, then I entered it again somewhere, I think it was FOMC, killed it again. So here, this was the buy that we milked yesterday. So yeah man, let's just push. I think we are on an upward trend. Just go and clone this trend so that we can have an accurate trend line. Yeah, this is the trend line. So guys, this is what I'm seeing on the market. Currently we're at a support. So what do? You buy at a support, you sell at a resistance. Simple like that. But looking at the current market, I think the market first needs to touch this resistance before you can actually start. Those are my views on the market, because at this point I don't think we had a touch here. Let me just try to zoom in for more. See that it could be here or again right there, but this is our highest high and also our neckline. So I believe that the market has to somehow touch this point before it can actually drop. So what do we do as a support? We buy, the resistance we sell. So I'm currently seeing a support here. Seeing a support here. The support we buy, the resistance we sell. If you break this support, which means you should wait for a retest and then come here. Then this is the area where we should look for, if we should look for buys, but if it breaks, we know wait for retest and continuations. So currently at the market, it's showing me like nothing complicated. There's nothing much. It's just simple chart. So let's just because I'm seeing we're on an upward trend, so we're at a support, so we buy at a support, we sell at a resistance. So looking at the market on a 4-hour time frame, I'm seeing the market pushing to the top, then coming back, breaking, then doing this. Maybe he can decide if it wants to continue to touch there before it can break, or it will break straight to the bottom, straight to the bottom side. But on the highest time frame, you saw that here it formed a double top. We realized that it formed what? A double top. So currently also seeing the market. Let me just look at it. How did I actually get the cells? So we can see from this point to that point, and also from this point to that point. This is what is happening to the market. So this is also another zone, because this is where the market actually touched and the market reversed. And also this is our other zone, but I will not cater this one, because it makes it look messy, right? So at this zone, this is what happened, right? How did we catch this sell? How did we knew that the market is gonna sell? So I knew that the market here, the first touch, it came up to the top, resisted there. The second touch, it pushed to the top again, and here it touched there and it broke this. It broke this. This was a current support, so it broke it, and it broke also my trend line. Then it came to retest the trend line and also retest our, that was our support, which is now our resistance. So it broke and retested. So I knew, according to the strategy, we have to push to the bottom side. So we just like sold, and we had to complete the 90% rule, which the market at this point already had completed the 90% rule, which means it can buy, or it can just play around, and then start buying here, or it can just break and push to the bottom side. But what I saw on a weekly time frame, I saw that the market already had touched our, let me just adjust, already had touched our major trend line, which is our major trend line on the weekly time frame, which means we have to push down to touch the bottom side, which is our support trend line, or our diagonal support, which is our diagonal trend line support. We have to already, because here we had the first touch and the second touch, we have to have a third touch that needs to be respected, and here we had the first touch and the second touch. So we created also a double top, which means we have to break the structure, retest, and start pushing to the, start like dropping up until somewhere we touch this trend line, this supporting trend line. Then we can start pushing back to the top again. This is what I see. So I trade what I see, not how I feel. So this is what I see on the market. But on 4-hour time frame, I'm looking at the current price on 4-hour time frame. I'm seeing quick buys, and we can like hit a sell from this point, and we can push. So I'm also here seeing like another big, beautiful like support. Here data for all those important trend lines and all those important zones. So these are my important zone that will most likely will be respected. So what separates a good trader and a bad trader is how you spot those zones and how you put those trend lines, So currently looking at the market, and also here the market formed what is known as a head and shoulder. You can actually see this was the left shoulder, this was the head, and this was the right shoulder. Then the market dropped, So it's easy when you analyze the market and understand how to execute trades using these reversal patterns, because a head and shoulder and a double top and a double bottom and inverse head and shoulders, those are our reversal patterns, So you have to cater and use those reversal patterns, and you have to know how to use them, because you can't use just a head and shoulder when you didn't break a trend line. You have to break some certain trend, retest it, and you can actually, it has to form a head and shoulder or do a double top before we break a trend line, So currently this is what I'm seeing at the market. But let's push to let me just see, what am I missing at? There is nothing much. Let me see. So currently there is nothing much that I can do from here. So let's go to 1-hour time frame and actually see how can we spot our entries. So me looking at it 4-hour time frame, right? So I'm seeing the market. Okay, the market since was dropping, it has to come and touch, but we haven't touched here. We hadn't retested this, so the market has to come back, retest here before we can actually break the structure and start going to the bottom. So what do we do? What are my rules? So the rules is that we never sell at a support. We are buying at a support, and you can see like this rejection, but we have to cater for probabilities and possibilities. So what are the probabilities? The probabilities is that the market from this point will start shooting to the top. But what are the possibilities? There are possibilities that the market could break here, then come back, retest, and then to touch this trend line, this support trend line. So which means if it breaks, we'll wait for the retest, and a minute the market start touching this zone, that's when you know we're gonna sell, and our take profit will be there. Don't know how US30 man is very volatile, so this small movement will give you like big amount. I'm talking about like serious cash, but now currently since I'm at this zone, so I'm looking forward for buys. So let me just, but I know if I'm wrong, then the market breaks, I know, but I won't just enter these buys. I had to enter them at a specific time, so I can't just enter buys. I'll have to enter at a specific time, which that currently US30 start move on a London session. The US30 moves at 10 o'clock at +2 GMT, which that is South African time. So if you're at 10, I think it's 10 o'clock in the morning, that's when US30 moves. Then it also moves again at 3:30 on the US opening session. So me at this point, I'm seeing buys on US30. So let's confirm it to a 45-minute time frame. Yeah, you can actually see on 45-minute time frame I'm seeing buys, and our take profit will be there. So, and let's also go to our 15-minute time frame. So these are the time frames that we should be looking for entries. What the market is forming, is it gonna buy, or is it forming a pattern that might give us a problem? So currently seeing the market the way that it is, seeing buys. I'm just seeing buys, so I'm still confident with the buys. So we have to break, come back here and retest, then push back to the top, then push to the bottom side. So on US30, I'm currently seeing buys. So US30, I'm seeing short-term buys but long-term sells. So but we can't execute sells if you are at this zone, if we haven't break this supporting trend line. We have to first break the supporting trend line, then we can start to be confident with our sells. So yeah, man, so let's go to another pair, which that is NAS 100. So this is NAS 100 or US tech, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, this is our NAS 100 chart. So let me just remove everything. So I want to just like remove everything. Then we're gonna start also here from a weekly time frame. Guys, if you do the thing that I do, you'll be profitable in the market, man. You just copy what I do, and start putting it on your charts. Then we're gonna get the same results. If you follow the same rules, you buy the support, you sell the resistance, and also let me see. So here the market has been like pushing to the top. So this is looks like NAS 100 is on a forward mode. So this means that we might buy on US30. We might touch that trend line and start buying, because US30 is because NAS 100 is on its highest high, which is here. But we'll see what the market will give us. So from now, I'm gonna just like cater those sensitive areas. I'm gonna just like put zones on those sensitive areas. So also here, and then also here, this is our lowest low, and also we are moving on an upward trend. So I'm gonna start pulling the trend from here to there. Then I'm gonna like clone, actually see what can I cater from the market at this current price. So yeah, man, this is what I'm seeing currently in the market. So let's push to a daily time frame and actually see what does the daily time frame give us. Oh, sorry, I put 1 hour time frame. Actually, let's go to a daily time frame. So this is our daily time frame. On our daily time frame, actually seeing the market, yes, it broke, but it hasn't yet retested, so it has to come back and retest anytime. You can buy to that point, to touch that point again. You can buy to touch that resistance, but it has to come back and retest, because it hasn't given us a proper retest here. So a retest will happen in the near future. Oh, maybe it did retest, maybe because of this week, maybe it did retest, but I'm not confident about this retest. But we'll actually see what the market will do. So currently what we are at a bullish market, so which means the market is on a bullish trend. So which means buys are strong and sells are weak. You can actually see when the market is buying, see how the buys are long and the sells are just short. You can see the sells are just short term, but the buys are long term. You know, which means the buys are more stronger than the sells. What causing this is because we're at a bullish market, you know. So currently looking at NAS 100, there isn't much. Let me just go to 4-hour time frame and actually see what we can look for at a 4-hour time frame. So I'm looking at this chart, so let me just, looks like there is a formation of a trend somewhere somehow here. And then let me just clone and actually see how can I use this trend. Let me just, yeah, so currently looking at this price, let me just see. No, I'm forcing a trend here. I don't want to force the trend. No, I just want to trade what the market currently gives me. Yeah, this is perfect. So I'm looking at this. This is what the market gives me at this current moment. I think you can do the same thing that US30 did. So at this point, I believe that the market could push to the top, touch the top, and come break here and come to touch here. So this is what I'm seeing on NAS 100, but I have to confirm this. So what I have to do, I have to also spot my zones. So this is my other zone here. Yes, this is my other zone because here we rejected, push to the top, rejected here, push to the top, rejected, push to the top, and we broke, retested it. So this is the strongest zones. So let's show this is my sensitive area too. So I can just like cater for it. So also this is my sensitive area. Where is my other sensitive area? Currently I cannot see it yet. Can't see it yet, but here I'm going to just use trend line. I just use the power of trend line. People think they come say trend lines don't work. They do not work. No, it's you don't know how to use trend lines. Trend lines do work, and especially on NAS 100. NAS 100 respects trend lines. I wanna lie, guys. They do respect trend lines. So looking at this, so I'm seeing also this. So the market here is at a support. The market right there is at a support, and here also it was at a support. This was actually my demand zone. So this was actually my demand zone. So you have to learn the CMC way, the smart money concept to understand it. So I know all of them. I know how to analyze with smart money, I know how to use it, and I know how to use pure price action. So when you combine the both, you get 95% accurate results. So at this point I'm seeing the market pushing back to the top, then dropping. So let's push to 1 hour time frame and actually see what can, yeah guys, this is just like simple. Also had a gap here, so yeah man, the market could drop, push to the top. So it confirmed the same thing that I was seeing on US30, that US30 has to buy then start dropping. So NAS 102, I believe it has to first buy, create that double top, and then it can start dropping, you know, because also we are above this zone, right? So let's push to 45-minute time frame to look for our entries. So here you can see touch rejected, which means this point, and this was our, so which our entry could be this point or it can be at this point. So what I can say is that your entry should be, can be here, but it will depend on a certain time. If at 10 in the morning the market it's like it's above this point, you buy. But if it's somewhere in this zone, you buy also. So our entry could be here, straight to our take profit. It's gonna be there. So our take profit will be there, or our entry could be, or the market can decide to drop, touch this last time, or our entry could be there. That's how simple it is. All our entry could be there, and then our take profit will be still in the same area. Right? So these are the probabilities on NAS 100. But from now on, let's remove this one and focus on the current one that we have, because we trade the current market. So this is what I'm saying, the current market price. So let me just check here. So yeah man, I'm seeing buys From here the market could just, let me just remove this and create a proper one. So from here the market could just play around and start shooting back to the top. So this is what I'm seeing on what, on NAS 100. Right, so on GER30 we should see similar thing, similar thing. So NAS 100 I'm also seeing buys, guys. I don't want to lie. On NAS 100 I'm seeing what, I'm seeing buys. So let's go to what, let's go to GER30. So currently this is our GER30, guys. This is our GER30. So let's push to a weekly time frame and actually see what do we see on GER30, on what, on a weekly time frame. Let's first start, let's remove everything. So guys, if you can just copy what I did on your trading view, man, there will be no need for me to send a signal. You just, like, when you realize that the market, okay, this time it touches support, you buy it. This time it touches resistance, you sell. Simple like that. Now, so here's our highest high, and I'm spotting for the sensitive areas. Also here, this is our sensitive areas. Then also there, and then also there. So there isn't too much things to cater for on GER30. So looking at GER30 currently, I'm seeing GER30 is in a bullish market. So we just go to a daily time frame. What am I doing? Market respected the setup. What? Let me go to GER30, guys. So let me just cater for GER30 and the Blackpool. Yeah, so back to GER30. Yeah, so as I was saying, me at this point, I'm seeing the market is on a trend, on an upward trend. I don't know what you see, but me, I'm looking at the market and it's on an upward trend. So currently this is the market on an upward trend. So let's push to a daily time frame and actually see what we can cater for on what, on a daily time frame. So guys, you can see like GER30 has been moving like nicely. I think GER30 has been respecting my setups like perfectly. So this is our zone, and also this is our zone. So guys, when I send signals, right, if your account is 500, if you trade US30 or NAS 100, if it goes to 200, close. If you have a 1k account and I send a signal, if you go to 500 profit, you can just close. Or if you have 1.5 account and you go to 1k profit, close. I would say, guys, in my signals, when you reach 1k profit on 0.01, I'm talking about 0.01 on any of those indices, you should know there, if you are still holding, you are great. You should just close. If I send a signal and you see 1k floating, close those trades, guys, because those are indices. They will come back and blow your account. What will you do? And you'll be like, damn, I wish I had closed the 1k profit, but the account will be gone. So you should be conscious and don't be greedy on the market also. So yeah, I mean, currently I'm seeing like US30. You see what NAS 100 will do. NAS 100 will do this, and NAS 100 doesn't give me a proper retest, so it will just sell, touch the sell, and push back to the. So looking at US30, it gave me perfect retest, and if you entered the market there, congratulations to you, man. You are a true trader, right? If the market came back and retest, if you trade like according to your rules, the market would broke up and came back to retest, then push to the top. Simple like that. So I'm saying like a correction. The market is forming some sort of like a correction. It's like a bullish flag, some sort of a correction that is like a bullish flag that the market is currently forming. So if you had a bullish flag, which means the market had to repeat the same movement that it did to the top. So I'm gonna just did the past, so I can just like cater from it to there currently, and then you can see that the market, yeah, I mean, from this point has to push to the top. So it can repeat the similar movement from the, which means from this point, looking at GER30, I'm seeing like long-term buyers, but we do what? I'm not a swing trader, I'm a scalper trader. So long-term direction is buys, but I have to break, retest here, and enter, and my take profit will be that. And once I pass the 90% rule, wait again for a retest, and I will hold until it hits my resisting trend line. So let's push to a hourly time frame and actually see what can we cater on GER30 on what on an hourly time frame. So me looking on hourly time frame, this was sort of like a resistance here. We're at a resistance, and also here we had our first take profit, and then here we could have our second take profit, and then this here we're gonna have our last take profit. So as I'm looking at the market at this point, I'm seeing okay, the market formed some sort of like young correction inside of a correction. So also it did what? An inverse head and shoulder there. So yeah, man, I'm believing that the market would actually, from this point, if it breaks, it will push, then come back, push to the top, or it will just do simple thing. It will just like from this point it can push, then come back, retest, and then start pushing to the top. So this is what I'm seeing that the market will do, and this is what the market will do. We just wait for the market to break. Once it comes back outside, then that's when we're gonna enter our buys. So we're gonna enter our buys here on GER30. So we have to be patient on this trade. Then our take profit will be there, and our take profit will be there, and our stop loss will be here. So this could be like a serious cash. So but let's confirm it on a lowest time frame. So 45-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, and 50-minute time frame are the time frames for what? For entries. So look, we're still on GER30, so I'm still looking for entries. Yeah, man, I'm still confirming the same thing. So let's go to 15-minute time frame. Yeah, man, you can just see this build up here, man. I know this. I've traded in this for a long time. See this build up here is shoot straight to the top. We're gonna break this. It is. It's just a continuation pattern, man. Push to the top. We'll push to the top. We're gonna break, maybe touch here, or try to move around there. Yeah, and break the market. Wow, what I'm seeing is that the market here had the first touch, second touch. It hasn't had a third touch, but here had the first touch, second, and third touch, which means the market has to touch this point, pretend to respect it, to trap people that is going to sell, then break. So look what is going to happen on GER30. The market, what it's going to do? It will push to the top, right? Touch here, convince the seller that it's going to sell, respecting the trend from here. It's going to be buying. You will watch what I'm talking about. But if you want a proper entry, if you want more entry that will feel comfortable on entering it, because once we break, this is a ascending channel, so which means sales are strong, and according to this price, you see this price, you see here, in this price, sales are strong. You see here, sales are strong, but until we break this, which means now buyers will be strong, because we will be no longer under a bearish market, will be under a bullish market. But keep in mind, overall we're at a bullish market, which means buyers are strong. That's why I say you'll watch for this trap, right? So me, I can just enter here, and then my take profit will be there. But you can wait for the market to actually break the structure, then come back here and enter your trades. But it might not happen. It may just touch here, then start shooting straight to the top. But for your own safety purposes, but me, I will just enter there. This is where I will enter the market. The market breaks, touch here, and wait for it to come back, and I will enter here. Then you will see what the market will do. It will break. That's how simple it is, guys. That's simple. So for a bonus, I'm gonna show you Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's also show me buys, which means, guys, we're at what? We're at the bullish market, because Bitcoin, US30, and not a directly proportional. This means if those buys, the market will buy. If Bitcoin buys, the US30 market will buy. And Bitcoin does not close. So if Bitcoin is in the forward mode, which means the other ones will respect what Bitcoin did. So let's go to a 1 week time frame. Let's push to a weekly time frame. So I'm gonna just like remove everything. Okay, let's first push to a 4-hour time frame and actually see what do we What are we looking at it for our time frame? So this is my actual 4-hour time frame. This is actually my 4-hour time frame, so you can actually see what's happening here. But let me remove everything so that you do not get confused, so that you can figure out how did we get to this kind of setup. So on Bitcoin, I'm just gonna start from a weekly time frame. I'm start from a daily time frame, because you can just see like we have been buying, and look, man, we are above this. If we broke this, man, this is our highest high and the previous high. So if we broke here, which means we should prepare for a bullish market, so that's how Bitcoin looks like, and what I'm saying. So this is gonna be our highest high. Second, this is gonna be our current highest high, right? And also this is gonna be our lowest low. I'm just like catering for those like sensitive areas, just catering from those sensitive areas. So this is how the market looks like. So I'm gonna just like try, because now we are moving inside of a channel, which is this. This is what we are moving in a correction. See this correction, how big it is. The movement will be, yeah, it will be very big. But let's push the 4-hour time frame and actually see what are we seeing on a 4-hour time frame. So this is what I'm looking at a 4-hour time frame. I mean, we are above this. We are above this. See how sensitive this is, man. We are buying. We are buying the market. The market, we are what? We are buying Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, if I was trading Bitcoin like even on weekends, I would have been entering buys. But what I noticed is that Bitcoin on weekends, it's slow. No, it's slow. It's not as. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna just remove all those trend line, all those like zones, and have like a clean chart. So because I like having a clean chart, so I'm gonna just remove those zones and have what, a clean chart. So guys, if you should be taking notes from what I'm doing, because this is another way of learning. So here we could be just doing this, and here also. So we're at this channel, so we had a channel or a structure inside a structure, which was this. This is where you see like trend lines do really work, like especially Bitcoin respects trend lines, guys. I don't want to lie. So here we had like our little break outside the structure. So we had our little channel, our little continuation channel, and here we had our breakout retest. So here we had our, just cater for this. So we push to the top. Oh, let me see. I feel like I'm seeing something here. It's like there is a small channel that is forming, right? Oh man, if this is how Bitcoin will move. Guys, you see what I'm saying? Like Bitcoin is like, it's moving now into a new channel. So what I believe that Bitcoin can come, maybe touch here and then sell. Who knows? Bitcoin will just be manipulating to touch here or sell, can just break even this structure and come back here to touch this, to create this double bottom before you can actually push to the top. But what I'm looking at, I'm trading the current market. So we broke this structure, so which means buys are strong. So I'm looking forward for buys on Bitcoin. So from this point, I'll just say we're looking for buys. But let's push to an hourly time frame and actually see what are we seeing on an hourly time frame. So on an hour time frame, there isn't much thing to do, so I can just like extend this to be like way bigger than it is. So I think here the proper lowest low, and our entry is gonna be here. So our take profit will be there. So at Bitcoin, I can just say from this point we are buying, and our take profit is gonna be somewhere there, and our stop loss is gonna be here, right? So if Bitcoin is gonna be buying, or two things that could happen: Bitcoin is buying from that point to this point, or the market can decide to break here our stop loss, which will retest here and then come back here to create a double bottom. But this is what I'm seeing on the market. So thank you very much from your mentor legend. So this is the end of the direction update. So I hope you're gonna take this direction update to your advantage.